Yeah. So we'll move towards the production of jam. So at a lab level or at home, we can produce jam with fruit, sugar. Okay, yeah. So this is a very basic flowchart for jam making. You can see ripe fruits, fruit washing, peeling, pulping. In pulping, we remove the seeds and all the extraneous matters. And then sugar addition, boiling, addition of citric acid, endpoint, check endpoint. So what do you mean endpoint here? Endpoint would be TSS and the acidity of the product. Okay, here they have not mentioned which fruit. Okay, so by further cooking up to 105 degrees Celsius, 68 to 70 degree TSS, we have earlier seen that as per FSSAI, TSS should be minimum 65%. Okay, so above 65, it is okay. Like we can maintain it 70, 72, 68, whatever, but it should be above 65. Okay. Uh, then filling hot in sterilized bottles, cooling, capping, and storage. So this is very basic flow chart for jam making. Okay. So this we can use for our home activities or lab activities. But in industrial point of view, there are certain changes like in fruit pulping, we have a huge amount of pulpers. So there are different sections in industry. Like pulping section is different. We don't use direct sugar. We use sugar syrup. So there is a sugar syrup section is different. Okay, and the rest of the process is same. Also, we can manufacture it in two ways, like in open pan or in vacuum pans. Like we can boil it openly. Uh, I'll show you the pictures. One second. Here. So these are the open kettles. Here we can also make jams, and these are the vacuum pans. Can anyone tell me what is the difference in cooking in open and vacuum pans? Anyone from students?
Pressure is maintained in close pan.
Pressure is maintained in vacuum pan, closed pan. Actually, what happens now? When we apply vacuum, in the case of this pressure cooker also, the cooking will be fast and the temperature required for cooking will be less. So here, if I'll require 100 degrees Celsius for cooking, here I'll require only 70 to 80 degree. Okay. So that is the basic difference. In vacuum pan, will require less temperature. Less temperature means less loss of nutrients also. We can say that. So here I'll require 100 degree, here I'll require 70 degrees. Okay. So for jam making at industrial level, we need fruit pulp and sugar syrup and pectin. Okay, so preparation of sugar syrup I'm showing you. Uh, Basically, what we do, uh, we take sugar 50 kilos bag each, and we procure around 10 metric tons, 15 metric tons per day, and we make syrup out of that. Okay, so loading of water to syrup preparation tank and boiling to 90 to 100 degrees Celsius, as you can see here. Then loading of sugar, citric acid, and benzoate. We are adding citric acid in preparation of sugar, but it's not in full amount. This citric acid we are adding to maintain, uh, to clarify the sugar syrup and to maintain the inversion percent. Any one of you know what do you mean by inversion? Okay, inversion.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Because of inversion, recrystallization is prevented.
yeah. Recrystallization is prevented. Inversion is basically to stop the crystallization of the sugar in the final product. Okay, what happens in inversion? We are adding sugar. Sugar is what? Sugar is carbohydrate, disaccharide, sucrose. Okay, C12H22O11, sucrose. So in inversion, we are breaking sucrose into glucose and fructose. Okay, so we are doing inversion here in sugar syrup, then boiling the whole mass through heat exchanger. Here it is written head exchanger, but it is heat exchanger. Okay, then filtration through CU. Filtration is required because there are many impurities in sugar, so filtration is required at industrial level. Then passing, if applicable, passing through pH tunnel, means plate heat exchanger. But in jam making, we don't need um, cooled sugar syrup, so we don't require a plate heat exchanger here. Okay, then transfer in storage tank. Storage tank, here you can see. This is the sugar syrup tank. So from different line, sugar is converted to this line, sugar syrup tank. Okay. Then pectin. Pectin, as I told you earlier, is a uh, it is derived from a plant source and it is present in powdered form. Okay, so we don't add pectin directly to the our jam. We make a pectin solution. And pectin solution should be made only with hot water. The temperature of hot water should be above 80 degrees Celsius. Okay, to proper dispersion of pectin, we need a hot water. Okay, so here you can see that pectin powder form, warm water, hot water, warm water, then pectin mixer, homogenization, and pectin solution is ready for use. Okay, so if you have any question, no, so I'll take it at the end of this PPT seminar. Okay, you can ask anything after the presentation is over. So these two basic ingredients, sugar syrup and pectin solution. Then we'll see pulp, how the pulp is made. Uh, this, this. So here you can see that this is a pulping like just basic example. So what we do in pulping, we receive the fruits, we sort it, we grade it as per on the basis of ripeness and all. And then we do fruit washing with sodium hypochlorite solution, 5%. Then different procedures for different pulps. So I'll tell you for the mango. Okay. So for mango, we'll wash the fruit, then we'll cut the fruit. And there is a huge conveyor. We call it as a merry-go-round. Here you can see that. One second. Like this. These people are standing down. This is the conveyor. So mangoes are passed through this. These people sort and cut the mangoes. Then it goes to pulper. Pulping, then pasteurization. So pasteurization, you may all know, I think, what is pasteurization? It is heating to some specific time, for some specific time to some specific temperature, and then immediately cooling it. So for our pulp, we are heating it to 93 to 97 degrees Celsius for 33 seconds, and then cool it down to around 4 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that's how we make pulps. Okay. Okay, so preparation of jam. So consider this as your line, production line. Okay, so syrup from the sugar syrup line uh, comes here in the sugar syrup holding tank. Then this is premixed tank. What we do, pulp from pulping line transferred here. Then as per the recipe, known amount of sugar syrup taken into this in premix tank. So pulp and sugar syrup both gets mixed in the known amount of recipe as per the recipe. Then it is transferred to vacuum pan. Okay. So then the both are boiled to some. Suppose the sugar syrup we are making here is 78-degree Brix, and the pulp we are taking is 10-degree Brix. So after addition, uh, can anyone tell me what will be the percentage of fruit pulp here? Percentage of fruit pulp in the premix as per the FSSAI. What should be the percentage? Okay, so it should be 45%. As I told you earlier, it should be 45% for except for strawberries, raspberry, passion fruit, it should be 45%. So we take 45% of fruit pulp. We add sugar syrup in it. Okay, here you can see that ready sugar syrup, ready pulp. After adding boiling, we can boil it in opal kettle or vacuum pan also. So at what point we are boiling it? We are boiling it up to 70 to 71 degree Brix. Okay, and in vacuum kettle, the pressure is maintained to 3.5 kg mm, square per centimeter. Okay, and then after verification of TSS, then After reaching it to 70 to 71 degree, we are adding ready pectin solution, which we have made in hot water. No, we are adding here. So after adding pectin solution, the bricks goes down because it has some water. No, we have used warm water. So the bricks here would be 71. After adding this, it goes to around 63, 64. Then again we have to hit it to sorry 69 to 70. Why we are keeping it 69 to 70? These are our own standard. These are Mapro standard. We can keep it to 65 also, but we are keeping it to 69 to 70 degree. Okay. After this, we are adding citric acid. Citric acid is very important in jam making. What citric acid do? Citric acid lowers the overall pH. Okay, in the system. So in jam chemistry, three things are very important to set a jam: sugar, pectin, and the pH. And pH is totally depend on acid. So we are using citric acid to lower the pH of the system. After addition of citric acid, we also add color flavors as per the recipe, and then jam is ready for packaging. Here you can see that after this, the ready product goes to holding tank, and after holding tank, we can transfer it to different lines like glass bottle machine, PET bottle machines, different filling lines. So this is after filling, it goes to cooling tunnel. To set the jam, the temperature we have to lower the temperature. So the temperature would be around 30 to 40. After that, labeling and all, you can see here. We can do this the whole operation in open kettles also. Okay. So if you are using marmalade or any whole fruit jam, so open kettle would be better because the pipelines, there is no limitations in transferring the jam through pipelines and through pumps. Okay. So this is jams. Jellies are also the same, but uh, in place of fruit pulp, we are using fruit juice. Okay. And in marmalades, with fruit juice, we are using fruit pills. That's the basic difference. Jam, jellies, and marmalades. Okay. So here you can see that. Now I think we move to tomato ketchup. Ketchup, no? Yeah. These are some problems in jam production. Crystallization. We have discussed this earlier. To stop the crystallization, we should calculate the inversion of the sugar solution. Okay, so it would be around 15 to 30% inversion, which is ideal for jam. Okay, sticky or gummy jam. Sticky or gummy jam is when the sugar percentage is more and the pulp percentage is less. premature setting. Premature setting happens uh, when there is more pectin in the jam, and the solution gets cooled early. Surface graining and shrinkage. Surface graining and shrinkage same as crystallization, means if there is more amount of sugar and less amount of this pulp. So what happened? Syneresis. Do you know syneresis? Syneresis is the phenomenon which sugar, the whole this uh, what we call this, the whole matrix of sugar pectin loses the water, and the water comes out of the surface and it forms grains. So that is the this phenomenon. Surface graining and shrinkage. Microbial spoilage. Microbial spoilage is when uh, if we do not produce it properly, like we do not maintain the bricks properly, there is no vacuum after the packing, then the microbial load might happen. Okay, we can add preservatives also. There are three preservatives which we can add: sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate, or mm, KMS, potassium metabisulfate. So the limit for sodium benzoate is 200 ppm. You can write that 200 ppm for sodium benzoate, 40 ppm for potassium metabisulfite, and 300 ppm for uh, potassium this potassium metabisulfite and potassium sorbate. 300 ppm for potassium sorbate for jams, jam jellies and marmalades. It is different for other products. Huh? So jelly and all. So we move to ketchup now. Uh, so as FSSI also has the standards for ketchup. Like for jam, the TSS is 65. No, so for ketchup, the TSS minimum TSS should be 25. Okay, so 25% of bricks means 25% of sugars should be present. So what is the exact definition of ketchup? I'll show you. One second. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, tomato ketchup and tomato sauce. Prepared by blending tomato juice, puree, paste. What is the difference between tomato juice, tomato puree, and tomato paste? Consistency difference. Tomato juice is very thin, very juicy. Like it, it has 4-degree bricks. Tomato puree has around uh, tomato puree has around 10-degree bricks, and tomato paste has around 28 to 30-degree bricks. Okay, so there is a difference in sugar concentration also, TSS also. Appropriate concentration with nutritive sweeteners, salt, vinegar, spices, condiments, and any other ingredients suitable to the product and heating to the required consistency. Tomato paste may be used after dilution with water suitable for the purpose of maintaining the essential composition of the product. Okay, so as per definition, the total soluble solids should not less than 25%. Okay, for jams, it was 65%. Acidity as acetic acid, not less than 1%. Okay, so these two parameters are there in the definition of tomato ketchup. Okay, here you can see that this is our specification of ketchup. We keep our DSS at 40 to 42 degree Brix. Acidity is 1.3 to 1.45%. We are adding tomato paste 27%, and we are adding this potassium sorbate is a preservative 1000 ppm. Okay, so the processing is same. We can use vacuum pans also, open cutters also for the ketchup. Only in place of fruit pulp, we are taking fruit tomato paste. Okay, and we are adding spices and condiments in the process. So at what stage we are adding this? After taking the premix like tomato paste and sugar syrup, we are boiling it to the desired level. So we are boiling it to around 50 degree Brix. Then we add pectin, but here we are adding different pectin than jam. Okay, so basically, yeah, there are two types of pectins. One is high methoxypectin and low methoxy. Second is low methoxypectin. In high methoxypectin, there are four different types: ultra rapid set, medium rapid set, and slow set. Okay, so for jams, we use high methoxypectin. For the gelling, we need high methoxypectin. Okay, and for consistency or for viscosity, we need low methoxypectins. So here in ketchup, we are using low methoxypectin. Okay, in jam, we were using high methoxypectin, specifically medium rapid set MRS pectin. Okay. So after taking the premix, after boiling it to 50 degree Brix, we are adding pectin solution. Same pectin solution will be the same, like the making of the pectin solution is the same in hot water, then dispersing it. And after adding it, the TSS will go down. Then we add spices, condiments. We can add, there are different spices, condiments. We add onion powder, garlic powder, clove, jeera powder. Depends on the taste of different individuals. We are adding those. Okay. Then after adding those, we use again boiling it to 40 to 42 degree Brix. Then adding preservatives. Here in ketchup, color and flavor is not allowed by the FSCCI. In jams and jellies and marmalades, color flavors are allowed, but in ketchups, color flavors are not allowed. Specifically colors, because in past there were many cases people were making ketchups from कद्दू वो सब चीजें. Yeah, so color is specifically not allowed in ketchups. Okay. Okay, I think time is 4:56. Okay. So, is there anything specific you want me to add, madam? Like, because I don't have any specific PPT, I don't remember any other topics. I have covered production process also. Is there specific anything specific you want me to tell
Can you
students?
explain various techniques or any important things we should consider while processing these jams, jellies, and marmalade?
Yeah, quality control point,
Oh,
right?
yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Okay. So first is while processing the pulp, the bricks of the pulp is very important. Okay. Then the pulp should have microbial limits of the pulps are very important. Like they should we can't use fermented pulp in the product. Okay. Then in processing, filtration of sugar syrup is very important. In fact, it is the CCP at our line. CCP is critical control point. Filtration of sugar syrup. Okay. Then time temperature combination for boiling. So for vacuum pan, we use 75 to 85 degree of temperature for around 30 degree. Sorry, for 30 minutes. But it might be different for different lot sizes. This is I'm telling you for about 1.5 metric tons. 75 to 85 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Okay. Time temperature combination is very important. Then bricks. Bricks is very important. Then acidity and pH. Very crucial point. If the acidity is low, your jam will not set. And if the acidity is very high, your jam might what we can say syneresis will happen, that water will get separated out from the jam. So the ideal acidity for jam is around 0.6 to 1%, and it depends on the fruit. So for high acidic fruit you can keep it around 1%. For low acidic fruit you can keep it around 0.6%. Okay. Then acidity, TSS, acidity, pH. Then pH should be uh, 2.8 to 3.6. Okay. We will require acidic pH for the setting of jam. Then uh, cooling temperature is also important. Like a proper cooling should be there for setting of the jam. Cooling time and cooling temperature. Your jam should not hold than more than 45 minutes to 1 hour, because if it is holding in the tank, the setting of the jam is already started. Once and the gels, the pectin gel specifically is not thermo-reversible gels. Means once it started to gelling, it can't come back to. Means the gel will get disturbed. Okay, so cooling time and temperature also important. Also, there is two specific parameters in filling. Like if you want to fill the jam in glass bottle, we can fill it at 85 to 90 degree. But if you want to fill it in plastic bottle or PET bottles, the temperature needs to be lower, around 60 degree, because at high temperature plastic will get deformed. Okay. So in such instance, what we do, we add sodium citrate. Sodium citrate is a buffering agent. What it will do, when we add sodium citrate in the solution, no, the pH of this system, the pH of this solution will not go down suddenly. Like after adding citric acid, the pH goes down to around 2.8 to 3, and the gel process starts. But after adding sodium citrate, which is a buffer, the pH will remain around 4.5 to 5, and it gives the jam more time to set. Okay, so for if we want to fill the jams in plastic bottles or PET bottles, we should add sodium citrate. Okay, so in packing, your month of manufacturing batch number is very important. Quality control aspects. The vacuum should be there if we are packing in glass bottles. There should be vacuum around 8 to 12 Hg. Okay, so these are some points for jams, jellies, marmalades. For ketchup, acidity, pH, TSS, and the filling temperature is very important. Filling temperature of ketchup should be high, around 80 to 90 degrees Celsius. Okay. Okay. If there is any questions to student, you can ask them.
Okay, students, if you have any queries, you can ask your questions. So can you explain what are the roles or responsibilities of a jam and jelly processing technician?
Processing technician,
Yeah.
roles and responsibilities
Yes, sir.
means the uh, technician present on the line or in the lab or something like that. In what aspect, like in labs or in the production line? Hello.
Production line, sir.
Okay. So in production line, while you are handling any food, no, you should wear PPEs. That is must. In PPEs, your headgear like caps, apron, then mask if required, hand gloves. That is the basic things working in any manufacturing facility or any food site. Apart from that, specifically while making the jams and jellies, you should be aware about the TSS bricks. Like at what bricks the jam is getting to start the gel. Okay, because in our factory we are having workers which is having experience of around 30 years. So by looking the jam, the production, they tell us that what is the bricks of this. So it is very important factor, bricks or TSS. Then mm I have told you personal hygiene is very important. You should be aware about the acidities and all also, because it's important in gelling. What is the acidity and what is the pH? How to prepare pectin solution? How to prepare sugar solutions? That all things are important. And in lab, you should be able to consider ripeness and all. Like you should be able to what we can call that.
Okay, thank you, sir. Students, if you have any question, you can ask. Students, if you have any
You
query.
can ask me in Marathi also. No problems. Marathi, Hindi.
Hello, sir.
Ha.
सर जाम बनवताना सपोज जर जामचा TSS खूप पुढे गेलाय, आपल्याला माहिती आहे की जामचा TSS 68 असतो, जसं की मॅक्रोचं स्पेसिफिकेशन 72 आहे. पण आपल्याला हे माहित असून सुद्धा सपोज जर जामचा TSS पुढे गेला आणि जाम प्रिपेअर करताना आपण त्याच जाम मध्ये सपोज ऍसिड टाकायचं विसरून गेलोय आणि त्यावेळी तर आपल्याला माहित आहे की इन्व्हर्जन शुगरचं झालेलंच नाहीये, जाम सेट सुद्धा होणार नाही. मग अशा कंडिशन मध्ये आपण तो चुकलेला जाम पुन्हा त्या लेवलवर आणू शकतो का, जो आपल्याला आधी पाहिजे होता?
डिपेंड्स. तुम्ही ऍसिड शेवटीच ऍड करणार आहात. तर ऍसिड आणि तुमचा ब्रिक्स जास्त झालाय, TSS जास्त झालाय, तर तुम्ही त्याला हॉट वॉटर टाकून मेकअप करू शकता. सपोज तुमचा ब्रिक्स 75 झाला आणि तुम्ही ऍसिड टाकलेलं नाहीये, तर तो सेट होणार नाही जेव्हापर्यंत तुम्ही ऍसिड टाकणार नाही. तर तुम्ही हॉट वॉटर टाकून त्याला मेकअप करून अराउंड 68 पर्यंत आणायचं. त्यानंतर पुन्हा हीट करून 70 पर्यंत नेऊन त्याला ऍसिड तुम्ही टाकू शकता.
ओके सर, थँक्यू सर.
हा.
हॅलो सर.
हा बोला.
सर जनरली तुम्ही बनवताना जेव्हा आपण ऍसिड वगैरे यूज करतो तेव्हा तुम्ही नॅचरल सोर्स यूज करता की जे अशा आर्टिफिशियल इन द फॉर्म ऑफ पावडर्स असं यूज करता?
इंडस्ट्री लेवलवर आपण आर्टिफिशियल नाही म्हणतात, बट पावडर फॉर्म मध्येच करतो. इंडस्ट्रियल लेवलवर आपण सायट्रिक ऍसिड, मॅलिक ऍसिड, फ्युमॅरिक ऍसिड, बट बेसिकली इन टर्म्स ऑफ इन केसेस ऑफ जॅम्स आपण सायट्रिक ऍसिड यूज करतो आणि केचप्स मध्ये आपण ऍसिटिक ऍसिड यूज करतो. बिकॉज इंडस्ट्री लेवलवर डायरेक्ट नॅचरल सोर्स इज नॉट पॉसिबल, बट वी आर हॅव्हिंग वन प्रोडक्ट ऑल्सो ज्याच्यात आपण सायट्रिक ऍसिडच्या जागे लेमन ज्यूस वापरतोय. बट दॅट इज ऑल नॅचरल प्रोडक्ट. आपण वापरू शकतो, बट देर आर सम लिमिटेशन्स इन इंडस्ट्रियल लेवल.
Okay, are there any more questions? Okay.
हॅलो सर.
Yes, Shruti, speak up.
So what about production of sauces and ketchup in during this pandemic situation?
Which I don't get your question. We are producing ketchups and sauces. I don't get your question. What do you want to ask?
So she must be asking that there any impact on the production of jams, jellies, or ketchups during the pandemic?
Yes. Because of the demand The production is low because all the shops are closed. Suddenly down in the demands. त्याच्यामुळे production कमी आहे. But we are producing half of the amount of. आणखी कोणाचे काही क्वेश्चन्स आहेत का?
Okay, then we'll move towards the concluding session. I request Ms. SM Pattanam to give away the vote of thanks of this lecture.
Good evening, everyone. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of Yashwantrao Chavan Institute of Science and Department of Food Processing and Packaging. I would like to thank our guest, Mr. Pranit Jipkate sir, for enlightening us with the knowledge. With their knowledge, sir gave detailed information about the jam and ketchup processing. It will helpful for our students. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to thank our honorable principal, Dr. B.T. Jadhav sir, for giving us permission to organizing this lecture. I would like to thank our coordinator, Dr. S.S. Wadikar ma'am, for their support and encouragement. At last but not least, I would like to thank all the participants for their active presence. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I
Thank
wish
you, sir.
all the best to all the students. And sorry for the disturbance because I'm working from factory. There are various calls, so sorry for that. I was not prepared for this. Like I have not made any PPTs.
Even then, thank you so much, sir. The session was very much informative as well as informative. Sorry, informative and interactive also.
Thank you so much. I'll put my email address here. So if anyone has any questions, you can reach out to me. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So my email ID is pranit@mapro.com. If you guys have any questions, you can reach out to me.
Okay, students, to note down the mail ID, and if you have any queries, you can contact sir anytime. Okay, then we'll conclude. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.